KDWN 720 AM in Las Vegas. Our show is produced by Green Alliance, and I'm your host, Paul Ira. Our guest today is Ciara Byrne and Kim Macquarrie from Green Our Planet. They're the co-CEOs of Green Our Planet. And we'll have later Gene Huppert from First Nevada. We also have our co-host Stan Hannell from Drive Clean Energy Las Vegas and our producer Annette Lebec, who will be capturing the show for Facebook Live. Our Facebook Live audience, you are welcome to write in and ask for questions. If listeners have questions for Ciara, Annette, Stan, or Kim, our call-in number is 702-257-5396. That's 702-257-KDWN. Our focus today is education and children and the STEAM program, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. Welcome, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to be here.
So we're going to start out and talk with Ciara and Kim and talk about the gardening program they're working on. First, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Okay, so I'm from Dublin, Ireland originally, and I emigrated to the United States in the early 90s to become a documentary filmmaker. And along the way I met this awesome man, Kim Macquarrie, and we made films together for about 20 years, and we moved back to Las Vegas. Kim grew up here in 2010, and we knew that we wanted to do something that would impact children, impact education and conservation, and so we set up Green Our Planet. And initially, to be honest, we thought we were just going to run a website where people could raise money for any kind of green project. So if you wanted to create a community compost, you could go online, raise some money with your community. Or if you wanted to put solar panels on a homeless shelter, you could do that, and so on and so forth. Or if you wanted to build a school garden. And what happened was we launched our website, and the very first project was a school in Henderson raised about $8,000 to build a school garden. And we never stopped building gardens since. So we built our 111th school garden in Las Vegas 2 weeks ago at Richard Priest Elementary. And we have plans to build a garden every week from now, pretty much till the end of the year. So we should be in 150 schools by the end of this year.
That's great. Kim, tell us about yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I grew up in Las Vegas, at least from second grade on. I went to Robert E. Lake Elementary and junior high and Valley High School, graduated, went to UNLV for the first 2 years and studied biology, and then I transferred out and got a degree elsewhere. And then I didn't come back to Las Vegas for a long time, until about 6 years ago. Became a documentary filmmaker, traveled around the world making documentary films, mainly natural history, grizzly bears, Amazon jungle, that kind of thing. And we actually, Ciara and I came back here for a film project here in Las Vegas, and 6 years ago, and that's where we had the crazy idea of trying to create this crowdfunding platform, because we've been working in Africa, and one thing led to another, and next thing you knew, we had created an accidental garden program.
Accidentally the largest in the United States.
Wow.
Accidentally.
Yeah, I noticed one of your sponsors is Dr. Leakey.
Yes, well, Dr. Leakey is a mentor and an inspiration behind what we're doing. And what Kim mentioned, we were in Africa in 2010 working with Dr. Leakey on a film, and we were sitting at his house, which happens to overlook the Rift Valley. How amazing is that?
Wow.
And we're talking about how if we want to really protect the planet and to to combat climate change and all those kind of things, that really we all need to work together, and we all need to be a conservationist. And his concern was that people donated money to a nonprofit like Conservation International or wherever, and felt like the nonprofit, so they got it, right? Or the government, they're taking care of it. And Dr. Leakey and Kim and I feel super strongly that everyone has to play a role. And one of the hurdles we felt to that was, well, if you want to do something cool in your community, how do you do it? Like, if you want to change out all the light bulbs in your kid's school, or if you want to build that community compost, you need some money, right? $500, $1,000, $2,000. And if we made it easy for you to raise that through our website, then maybe more people would do it. And so our website, like, we've raised money to replant areas of the Andes where they had lost a lot of their trees. We've raised money to repopulate condors in Ecuador. We've raised money to put solar panels on a homeless shelter in Carson City, as well as 111 school gardens. But, so basically it's just about empowering people to protect the planet.
That's great. You started talking about your crowdfunding, and that's how you got started. Tell us more about that and how crowdfunding works.
So crowdfunding really took off. It's been around quite a while, but it really took off with Kickstarter. They started in 2009. And Kickstarter, the way they work is you can go online if you want to write a book, make a CD, make a film, any kind of creative project, design something. You can go online, you put up a little film and you say, hey, I want to do this thing, whatever your project is. And then you send it out to all your friends, family, the world, and you hope that people will donate. So your goal might be $5,000, $10,000, whatever it is. And what's very exciting about that is that within the first 2 years, Kickstarter had raised over $1 billion. And what that said to me and Kim was, wow, isn't that amazing? If Kickstarter wasn't around, all those cool projects, art projects and sculptures and, people doing restaurants out of trucks, all that stuff would not have happened without Kickstarter. How amazing. And now they're making raising billions of dollars every year for these cool projects all across the country. It's really exciting. And so what we do is just slightly different in that, first of all, you don't pay any fees on our crowdfunder because we're nonprofit. In Kickstarter, you have to pay fees. And then secondly, ours are green. They're all focused on conservation.
Excellent, excellent. So they're not necessarily just conservation programs that get started through Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, Kickstarter's not conservation. It's all art related. Art in the broader sense. Films, design, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, great. Well, we'll take off from there when we come back. We're going to take a little break now and get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back to Shades of Green on KDWN.